Imagine a time long ago in the forests of ancient India. A humble monk, known for his wisdom and compassion, seemed to have an extraordinary ability. He could understand the hearts and minds of others without a single word being spoken. Today, we're sharing the tale of the Buddha and his teachings on how to truly understand others, not through supernatural powers, but through the profound practice of mindfulness and empathy. Let's dive into this timeless Buddhist story. The Anxious Merchant and the Buddha. The story begins with an anxious merchant, pacing back and forth. His business was failing, his debts were mounting, and his mind was consumed with fear. He approached the Buddha, hoping for guidance. "Great teacher," the merchant asked, "why can't I find peace? My thoughts are like a storm." The Buddha simply smiled and said, "Sit with me for a moment, and let us breathe." As they sat together, the Buddha gently asked, "What is troubling your heart?" The merchant hesitated but then poured out his worries. The Buddha listened without interrupting, observing the merchant's words, his tone, and his body language. After a long silence, the Buddha replied, "Your suffering stems not from the world, but from the stories you tell yourself about it. Change the story, and you will find peace." The merchant was astonished. How did the Buddha understand his innermost thoughts so clearly? The answer lay in the Buddha's deep awareness of human nature. The power of mindfulness, seeing beyond words. The Buddha didn't have mystical powers to read minds. Instead, he practiced mindfulness, a profound awareness of the present moment. He taught that by observing others without judgment, we can see the truth behind their actions and words. For example, a sharp tone might reveal fear or insecurity. A forced smile could hide sadness or regret. By being fully present, you can uncover what lies beneath the surface, not through guesswork, but through understanding. The 3 Buddhist steps to understanding others. So how can you apply this ancient wisdom in your life? The Buddha left us 3 simple steps to understand others more deeply. 1. Practice mindful observation. Pay attention to people's tone of voice, body language, and expressions. Notice what they're not saying as much as what they are. 2. Cultivate compassion. The Buddha said, just as a mother protects her child, so should you cherish all living beings. Approach others with kindness, and you'll see their struggles more clearly. 3. Still your own mind. When your mind is calm, free of judgment or ego, you can truly listen. This is the key to understanding others. Not by controlling them, but by understanding them. A practical tale, the cup of tea exercise. There's a beautiful Buddhist exercise to help you practice this skill. It's called the cup of tea. Next time you're with someone, imagine they are holding an invisible cup. Their words, actions, and emotions are like tea being poured into that cup. Instead of reacting, simply observe. Is their cup overflowing with stress? Is it empty, yearning for connection? When you focus on their cup instead of your own thoughts, you'll notice things you've never seen before. This simple act can transform relationships. Embodying the Buddha's wisdom. The Buddha taught us that true mind reading isn't about magic. It's about mindfulness, compassion, and presence. By understanding others, we deepen our connection with them and ourselves. So here's your challenge. This week, practice mindful observation. Whether it's a friend, a coworker, or even a stranger, take a moment to truly see them, not just their actions, but their emotions and intentions. Share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear your insights. And if this story resonated with you, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and join me as we explore more tales of ancient wisdom for modern life. Remember, to understand others, first quiet your own mind.
See with compassion. Listen with mindfulness. Live with understanding.